Tired of being gammered to death by overhauls? Me too. That's why this video is for you. This video is for all of the people out there who are real tired of those charismatic shenanigans where they get caught in a bunch of rock and then blasted like their name was Jesse or James from Team Rocket. So with that said, I'm gonna have two games for you here today where we put a lot of overhauls to bed and we tuck them in very, very roughly. So I think you guys are going to enjoy this one. The main focus of these two games are just putting out the lights of some overhauls. So I think you guys are going to like that. On top of that, they're both good, fun, competitive games as well. So you guys are going to learn a lot and see a lot. So with that said, let's get right into it. Who better than to put Overhaul on his backside than the one who did it in the show, Izuku Midoriya. Full bullet because you know how we do over here. In another universe out there, Momo never got nerfed to the ground, and Strike Bakugo never got nerfed to the ground, and we'd still be maining the hell out of those two for most of our videos. But in this universe, we were we were forced over, not once but twice, to new mains. And you know, to be fair, full billet Deku. The reason why I stuck with him all this time, he is really, really fun. I'm a bit of a straightforward playstyle person. You know, characters like Ochako are cool in that. We have to, you know, like mix things together to make her really powerful. But I've always been a very straightforward kind of player because I move well, I shoot well, I hit well. So I like characters like, you know, Strike Bakugo, like, you know, Strike Deku. Because my strengths are just getting in there and putting it on somebody firmly without too much, you know, technicality or complication to it. I'm a straight shooter, as they say. So take those back shots, Overhaul. Not like that. I didn't mean it that way. So yeah, those have always been my favorite kind of characters. Just very straightforward damage dealers. Get your hands off my boy, Mirio. You've sided with the enemy. I don't even recognize you anymore since you started working for the Shie Hasaikai. Look at that. There's more than one Overhaul in this endgame. Look at him, he's hitting me through that. This character has no limits to his ridiculousness. Look at that. It was so good. Even the awful one said, "Hey, let me try that. Let me get in on that action." I'm a big fan of Overhaul as a character. Overhaul is my favorite villain in My Hero Academia, so I love the character a lot. But he is very powerful in this game. He does get away with a lot of shenanigans. I think some people are willing to look through some of his bustedness because he has no mobility. Which, on one hand, I can understand that viewpoint. But at the same time, his gamma just does way too much for what it is. And, you know, with that insta-heal he has, that's also a huge thing. I'm not saying... Well, I don't know what I'm saying, really. But I am just saying that the gamma is probably the biggest offender that I think most people get annoyed with. Yeah, I think the gamma is the biggest thing that most people get annoyed with when it comes to overhauls. Overhaul. That dude has no idea what he missed out on there. Can't believe I hit the edge of that building. So I think there's two overhauls now left in this circle that we're fighting. The thing with overhauls is you need to poke them constantly to bait them into using their special action so it can go away. And even better if you can poke them into making them waste a gamma or two, then that limits their options further. I would have had him dead to rights, but that plus chaos saved him. He wasted both of his gammas, and now I'm thinking, alright, I know it's just your shields left now. And there goes our overhaul. Okay, I've been on piggyback duty today. Bringing back another one. Welcome back to the land of the living. Look at that combo on that overhaul. Beta slam into the air, caught by the knife flurry of Toga. And then I got double gammered for my efforts. One overhaul saw that happen to another overhaul and he said, "You attack one of us, you attack all of us. Boys, double gammer him." So that's one Chisaki punished for your viewing pleasure so far. Classic. Look at that, jumped through the fire just to hit him with that beta. I'm like, your rocks don't scare me, buddy. And there's another one. Punished for your viewing pleasure. Think of all the times, viewers, right now. Think of all the times you lost a match or had something ripped from you because you got gammered by that ridiculous hitbox. Stunned. Like you was hit by Stone Cold. Don't worry. We got you covered. Hopefully that match made you feel a little better. Punishing some overhaul players. And some more overhaul punishment to come in the next game. Weirdly, you know, ironic how the last team was an overhaul and a Mirio. Two sworn enemies. But that's what happens in Ultra Rumble. Two sworn enemies can become a power duo. No pun intended on power. Alright, next game. Alright, this is a fun game. And I think you guys are going to like this one. Lots of KOs and assists coming your way. The overhaul stuff will happen a little bit later on, I think. But we'll see how it turns out. But yes, some more overhaul damaging taking place here. So don't worry. All of those gammas you've suffered in the past, don't worry. Some overhauls are going to suffer here for those as well. Look, there's even one suffering already. Poor Strike Baku goes in ranked. They didn't get the memo of how outmatched they are. They don't know what they're working against. No matter how well an overhaul encounter is going for you, just know the gamma is going to show up sooner or later. Now look, I said the overhaul stuff was going to come later, but look, we already punished one for you. We already put one overhaul to the sword. You know, granted, Bakugo took him down, but I did 99% of the damage. So we're gonna raise our hand as well. Like we just won the tag team titles. Have you ever noticed in WWE, or even just wrestling in general, in most of the great tag teams, it's always been obvious that one guy is just so much more popular than the other. You know, like, it's very rare that you see a tag team where both members of the tag team are equally as loved throughout the wrestling fan base as the other one. There's always one that is the clear favorite, even if it's just by a bit. There's always, you know, tag teams where, successful tag teams where one is just clearly the more popular one. Even if you don't like the more popular one and you prefer the other one, who's the least popular one out of the two, you can still see, yeah, I get it. He is the more popular one. You know, you had the Hardy brothers. Jeff was clearly the more popular one. And you had Edge and Christian. Edge, you know, was clearly the more popular one. That kind of stuff. Eddie and Chavo Guerrero. Eddie, clearly the more popular one. I noticed my my twice. He wanted to get that twice clone. That's why I stopped firing. Said, hey, don't worry about it, buddy. I got you. You remember those days where even if you didn't get the down and you finished off the person that was down, you would get the KO? Oh man, those were the worst days and the best days at the same time. Because when you doing it, you loved it. But when someone did it to you, you're like, that motherfucker! You know, it's always the way. It was so funny. That guy just stole my kill! When you probably did it like once or twice that game to other people already. Yush! Alright, so we've got one overhaul in this game. Now two. How's that for an amazing overhaul showdown? Epic! That was what you call a true 1v1. He can have no complaints about that. It was a fair fight. Look at that. I have got a knack for being in the right place at the right time. Denki85. Don't know how to tell this, buddy, but I think you're on the wrong character. You betrayed your username, and you paid the price. I decided, you know what? I'm not going to use a full shield and health heal on that guy. He's not damaged enough. Alright, looks like we could be heading for another overhaul punish. How dare you guys make a living off gammering people twice in a row or once and then letting everybody on your team have a turn? We don't like overhaul trains. I'm telling you, the noises Mount Lady makes when you hit her, it's like she's having the time of her life. Hidden masochist for sure. You like that, baby girl? You enjoy that, baby girl? So we've taken out how many? We've taken out 4 4 overhauls this video. 2 in the first game, 2 so far in this one. Look at that. Those Ida tricks ain't gonna work here. Ida. Come on, mate. You might as well call yourself your Gravity in this game. Nah, I'd win 1-1-1. Mate, looks like I had you calling 999 after the revelation that no, you wouldn't. Hello, what's your problem? Well, you see, I was supposed to win, but I didn't. Sir, what seems to be the problem? I just told you. I was supposed to win, man. I think that's the same overhaul that I was clipping earlier, but this time nowhere to go and down he goes. Another classic instance of doing 99% of the damage just for a stray knife to fly through the air and cut him down for the down. Brutal. But it's not so bad, because ever since this game gave you the same amount of score for getting an assist as a KO, it doesn't sting as much. And what's that you say? One more overhaul? I mean, I guess we're gonna have to. We're on 5 right now, I think. 2 in the first game, 3 so far in this one. Is it gonna be 6 overhauls paying the price? Look at that as well. I saw the gammas coming. This is a good way for you to deal with the gammas if you have a ranged character, everybody. Watch this. Jump to the side. jump to the side. I was strafe jumping to evade the width of his gammas while still attacking him. You may have 4 arms, buddy, but you now have no life. You belong to me now. Eri will be safe after all of these overhauls have been taken from the street. Okay, I got excited there, saw another one, I'm like, oh yeah, one more. But no, it's just a twice clone. Twice. Goddamn Twice. The guy's a menace. He deserved what happened to him. He was a good guy though. He was a good guy that chose the wrong side. He was a good guy that chose the wrong side. That's all I can say about Twice. He was a good guy that chose the wrong side, and I would have did what Hawks did. Because if you don't, it's game over. What's that? We have one more overhaul to make it a lucky number 7. Look at that. Broke him down, then broke his shields on the side. And my team finished the job. 7 overhauls, paying the price for all of their gamma infested ways. For all of the times you thought you were about to beat one viewer, just to see them full heal and then catch you in a stun locking gamma. I know it hurts, but hopefully this video made you feel a little bit better, seeing all of those overhauls punished for their crimes against the meta. GG's, and thanks for watching.